The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Someone in the crowd said to Jesus, "Teacher, tell my brother to divide the family inheritance with me." But Jesus said to him, "Friend, who set me to be a judge or arbitrator over you?" And Jesus said to the crowd, "Take care. Be on your guard against all kinds of greed, for one's life does not consist in the abundance of possessions." Then Jesus told them a parable. The land of a rich man produced abundantly, and he thought to himself, "What should I do? For I have no place to store my crops." Then he said, "I will do this. I will pull down my barns and build larger ones, and there I will store all my grains and my goods. And I will say to my soul, 'Soul, you have ample goods laid up for many years. Relax, eat, drink, be merry.' But God said to him, 'You fool, this very night your life is being demanded of you. And the things you have prepared, whose will they be? So it is with those who store up treasures for themselves, but are not rich toward God.'" The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ. Have you ever saved up for something, bought it, and it wasn't everything you hoped for? Or something happens to make it lose its luster, like a brand new car after it gets its first scratch? I can remember buying my first house. It was a beautiful and recently renovated, century-old brick home, which came equipped with a fridge, washer, and dryer. After I moved everything in, I invited my friends over for a housewarming party to show it off. After the tour, we went to the fridge to celebrate with an ice-cold beverage. We all looked down at our drinks and, well, they weren't so cold. The fridge broke down. I was warned that something usually breaks within the first year of owning a house. I figured that's kind of normal. So I bought a new fridge to remedy that. A month or two went by and it was a really hot day outside, a bit like some of the days we've had recently. I got home after work, ready to sit back and enjoy a nice cold house. Something was wrong when I walked in. It was hot and muggy inside. The air conditioner broke down. When I got someone to repair it, I also learned that the furnace was also on its last legs and was leaking carbon monoxide. Home ownership was a lot more work than I realized as I toiled both inside and outside to make it look as nice as when I first got it. When I bought the house, I thought I'd earned the great treasure of my hard work in my school and my career. But God was telling me something different. The first reading we heard today speaks about things of this world that are fleeting, that grow older, lose their shine, and that can be lost. Vanity of vanities. The word vanity in Hebrew is hubble, which sounds like the English word bubble. These earthly things, like bubbles, can vanish and float away. They come and they go. Material goods like money, electronics, jewelry, and additions to our homes can grow in number over time, like the grain and goods of the farmer. However, their amounts and values can also be lost, sometimes more easily than they are gained. A career that someone spent a lifetime nurturing can be lost with the tides of the economy. Our reputation can switch at a moment's notice. Just try posting something that people don't agree with on Facebook. Despite our many trips to the gym, the keto diet we're on to try to look good, our very health and looks will change, hopefully over the course of many years, or sadly sooner with illness. If those temporary things are a person's ultimate end goal, the treasures that they are seeking and storing up for themselves, then they will have a lot that they will lose over the course of their lives. That might have something to do with the increase of depression in our Western society. We have, but we want more. We hoard, but it's never enough. Of course, that doesn't mean that we should sell everything we own and live as hermits, although some Christians are called to that kind of life. But the Lord is saying that we should not make possessions the basis of our life. We must hold on to them lightly, not with a firm grip. The young man who asked Jesus to settle a dispute about an inheritance, I bet he was the younger brother who received a lesser share. That's Jewish custom. His older brother would receive a greater share. Jesus is encouraging him to live within his means, not be greedy. It's sad when we still witness this kind of thing happening today. Pope Francis offered many messages about that this past week, about claims to lands and territories in Canada that continue to happen for the sake of wealth, without consideration of the peoples who live there. It's a tough message to hear, this gospel. But as we celebrate our Lord's Supper, we do have cause to be joyful and celebrate too. Through our baptism, we've gained a share in the greatest treasure, which does not consist of worldly possessions. And that great treasure is our eternal, everlasting, and faithful God in heaven. Things of this world come and go, but God will always remain. For that reason, it is God who we must make the basis of our earthly life. Once we first value God, who is above, we'll know what to do with the worldly goods that we've stored here on earth below. We can use them to build up God's kingdom. You need a roof over your head and good food to eat, so you can properly raise healthy children. You need to care for your own bodies, so you have more endurance to serve your family better and those around you. You need money, and sometimes you need extra if your air conditioner breaks down. I'm sure that we can go on. These things are of God and can help us to serve Him better. But the problem lies when worldly things are stored up just for personal glorification, to bring attention to the self rather than others, to hang on to rather than to share with those in most need. I heard a quote recently that said, "The only things you'll be able to take with you in the life to come are the things you've given away." The only things you'll be able to take with you in the life to come are the things you have given away. So today, as we continue our Mass, let's give thanks to our God, who on the cross showed His great love for us by giving away His only Son for our salvation. That's our great and eternal reward.